Okay, let's shift gears now on to speaking of Disney Plus. Let's move on to the D23 Expo, which is taking place in late August in Anaheim, California. It's going to be taking place, I think it's the 23rd and 24th. And they have announced some new details of some of the presentations that are going to be coming there. So first off, I'm just going through the official reveals. So we've got the Disney Legends Award Ceremony, which is taking place 10:30 on Friday, which is being hosted by Bob Iger. And this year's recipients are Wing Chow, Robert Downey Jr., John Farnham, James Earl Jones, Bette Midler, Kenny Ortega, Barnett Ritchie, Robin Roberts, Diane Sawyer, Ming-Neng Wang, and also Hans Zimmer. So a nice collection of people there.
Plus two or three more, because they like to tend to add in some surprises here and there.
Yeah, so that one looks pretty cool. So that's going to take place on the Friday in the D23 event hall, which holds about just under 7,000 people. Then on the Friday afternoon, we're going to get the Disney Plus streaming service. So that's going to be including Lady and the Tramp, The Mandalorian, High School Musical. The one thing that is what's annoying me with that on there is the timing. 3:30 p.m. not so good for us Brits. That's literally the middle of the night, and so that's not great. I'm hoping that these trailers do at least get released outside of them, unlike what we saw at Star Wars Celebration. So we've got Lady and the Tramp, Mandalorian, and also High School Musical, the musical, and there's also going to be much more during this Star Study presentation. Yeah, this is a big time for them to kind of push it off, really.
Yeah, for sure. And also the big thing that I'm worried about is, well, D23 rarely does live streams. You only do it for the theme park panel and for the movie panel. This year, the movie panel is going to be all of them. Before, it used to be Pixar, live action, and animation.
Yeah.
And now it's all going to be on one big panel now.
Yeah, so that probably means that it's probably going to be a little bit tighter. There is going to be some presentations. There is going to be some bits and pieces taking place. I just realized my background's fallen down. And unfortunately, I've lost my main camera this week, so we haven't used the backup one.
And headphones on.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing of, I really feel like this presentation, they need to start in using these live streams as a way of incorporating people from outside of the area. I know they want people to go to the event. People will do that anyway, but I think they really need to activate it.
Last year, 2 years ago, they also streamed the games panel. I'm not sure if we're gonna do it this year.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's even going to be a games panel.
I doubt they're gonna do anything for Kingdom Hearts at D23 like last time.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing going forward, really, of what they're going to do about it, and just moving forward with how they are just with video games as a general. They just generally are really, really tricky about what they do with video games, and that's ultimately the biggest problem. Is I think they just need to upgrade. You know, they do it for Marvel, they do it for Star Wars Celebration. They just should live stream it, get the attention going, and really push forward on the idea of having live streams. I just wish they'd announced it a little bit more beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be taking place on the Saturday at 10 a.m., so that's nice and early in the morning. And then on the Sunday, we're going to be seeing the Disney Parks Experiences and Products with Bob Chapek. He's going to be doing it, showing us lots of details about Epcot. That seems to be the main one.
Epcot and other changes at Disney World.
Yeah.
Like mainly for the 50th from what he's teasing.
And you know, it's kind of weird because you're going to California to make a load of announcements about Epcot. That's kind of strange. I am expecting a massive, massive upgrade to Epcot. I mean, I'm thinking
it needs it.
Yeah.
Future World is basically that part of Epcot you rush through because all you want to do is World Showcase.
Yeah, well, I mean, we always go in there and we spend a few hours there. We do test track, we do it all.
It's only the land. I go to Garden Grill, Soaring, Living the Land, and then I move on to World Showcase.
Yeah. Yeah, we always do. Yeah, I mean, there's bits and pieces there. I always tend to go on Figment as well, just because I love that little ride. But Yeah, it just seems a little bit strange that they very much pulled out Epcot. I think almost in some ways to start getting people prepared for the idea that something big's coming. We know
Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy's
I'm gonna
coming. We know.
predict a big $2 billion remodel like they did with California Adventure.
Yeah. Rumors are obviously that Brazil is getting a area. There's also rumors that the land and also I think they've Journey into Imagination building. Was it? No, sorry, the seas.
It was the Seas. That one got debunked by Disney.
Yeah, the
Literally the day after, because that certain website only did it for clickbait.
yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something. I wouldn't be surprised if they gutted them. Maybe
Well,
keep the buildings inside, but
it would be problematic because they would have to move all of those fish, and they don't really have a place for fish at Disney World.
no, sell them to SeaWorld. I'm sure they'll find somewhere to put them. Use them at California Grill. Just kidding. But it's just
all of the fish lovers.
It's just one of those situations. I think, as a whole, keeping animals in enclosures is not suitable for now. So I can see that's a big area, a big empty space that they could do something with. The Little Mermaid ride, or the Journey. Oh, sorry, not even the Little Mermaid ride, but the Finding Nemo ride. It's not exactly the most amazing ride. I could see the seas going a lot easier than
there's no line.
No. Well, I don't know. Last time we went, it was pretty busy, and also the land, Soarin'. Yeah, amazing. I love Soarin', but
and they're adding a new movie.
Yeah, and going around on the boat around the land it's just not going to work. I think there's going to be some major upgrades to that whole area.
Well, it's because they get all that food and they put in all the restaurants at Epcot, so it's pretty important.
Yeah, I just feel like that's a lot of real estate to just be giving away to growing food, and I don't think they're producing enough food in there to feed everyone. I think it's just topping up on the top. I don't know. It's just me as a cynic. I'm looking at this going, if they are going to do it, they need to go in hard, because obviously Guardians of the Galaxy is not getting a little area to itself. It's just going to be its own little ride. Test Track is.
Wonders of Life is just going to be like, here, dump your kids while you do all the thrill rides around.
Yeah, I don't know. So hopefully we'll find out a bit more happy with the time zone for that one, and the movie shows. They're both at like 10 o'clock in the morning, so that means then that pretty much the rest of the world, for everyone, can kind of see it a little bit better, especially on the weekend. But Disney Plus 3 o'clock, that kind of means it's going to be evening East Coast time. I was just thinking like there, it's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Might be all right. It's going to be a late night for me, but it might be 11, 12 o'clock at night. So it's going to be a bit of a late one, but I'm definitely going to be putting that into my calendar to be doing that one. I might be holding, but it's just interesting to see what they're doing. And as a whole, I think D23 Expo, these events should be great. I just wish they'd live streaming for us that aren't there, because
we're just going to be refreshing on Twitter over and over and over.
Yeah, I know. I have sat through many presentations through things like Periscope and Facebook Live. It really depends on how strict they are. They're more strict usually during the movie ones because of showing off footage
because
than they are.
Of course.
Yeah. Whereas the park ones are usually the easiest ones to kind of get through. Again, we're not really see much like
the theme park and the games one are easy to get.
Yeah, I don't think they'll even do a games event this year, because they'll do some individual stands and stuff. There's a lot of games out, but I just don't feel like they're just letting every company deal with their own bits and pieces, like as just before we recorded with EA. So what do you guys think of the D23 Expo lineup? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below.